Good evening from the newsroom. The news for this Friday, 22nd of March. President Wamcawan yesterday did a brief tour in the west of Mahe and visited the sites of key proposed community projects that will directly benefit citizens living in those districts. In Poglo, he viewed the site of the proposed ATM, accompanied by the Minister for Local Government and Community Affairs, Rosemary Waro, officials from the same ministry, the Poglo District Administrator, as well as representatives of the Mauritius Commercial Bank. They were able to discuss on site and agree on the final location, as well as most appropriate design of the infrastructure required. At Onswalo, the President, accompanied by the district's MNA, Philippe Arisol, viewed the sites for the proposed fish and vegetable markets. President Wamcawan also viewed potential options for the construction of a new petrol station in Belazar and had the opportunity to discuss how the area in the vicinity of the existing playground and district administration office could be redeveloped in order to maximize usage and better serve the community. The Seychelles Meteorological Authority held a half-day workshop today to present its finding on the recent rainy season that wreaked havoc in the northern and central regions of Mahe. It organized the event to commemorate World Meteorological Day, which is tomorrow, the 23rd of March. Among those present at the workshop were the Minister responsible for Environment and Climate Change, Flavien Joubert, MNAs and district administrators in the regions affected, as well as representatives of DRMD and the Department of Community Development.
The 2023 rainy season was an extraordinary one. In terms of December was the month where we recorded the highest rainfall ever at Seychelles. 2023 was also the year, together with 1997, where the annual rainfall, the total rainfall for the year, was also a record. December 2023 was also the month that we recorded temperature the highest ever before. Never before we have experienced such a high temperature like that. So we presented all these findings to the participant, just to make them understand that this type of weather condition will continue in the future, and to alert them of what we should do, how we should work together, what are the mechanisms that we should put in place to mitigate the impact of these extreme weather events. Another part of our workshop was to launch our new strategic plan 2024-2028, and in there again we highlighted the main activities that we're planning to implement over the next 5 years to make sure that when it comes to science, climate itself, we are on top of our game and we can advise the policymakers on the right decision that they should be implemented based on the science. We also have a presentation where we had our updated website in place, and this is something very important because, again, it's one way that we will make sure that in the future, when it comes to extreme weather events, we can make this information reach the population easier and faster. The past events have shown us that sometimes there were some issues to make information reach everybody. We believe, to be fair, we believe that we have done a good job. 95-98% we are doing what we can to make sure that information reach everyone. But there's always areas for improvement. So we believe with our new website, this information now will be able to reach everybody.
Also, Source d'Argent voted the second most beautiful beach in the world for the year 2024 is under a real threat of coastal erosion. Since late last year, locals have been concerned with the amount of sand being washed away with very little coming back. Rocks, coral beds, walls that were once hidden under the sand are now exposed, reducing the amount of beach area for visitors to sunbathe or sitting areas. Several beaches around the island are being affected too. The Department of Climate Change and other related agencies have increased their monitoring and discussing ways to ensure the little amount of sand that does come back at the Anse Source d'Argent remains on the beach. The Seychelles Defense Forces, in collaboration with the U.S. Coast Guard, led a joint maritime operation in Seychelles waters to detect and deter various illegal transnational crimes. During the 8-day patrol, officers from the two military forces inspected 8 fishing vessels and were able to gather intelligence to support ongoing efforts in securing maritime routes in the Indian Ocean. Nothing illegal was discovered during this operation, but it was also an opportunity to build the capacity of the Seychelles Defense Forces. The U.S. Coast Guard Representative Commander Bo Powers congratulated the Seychelles Defense Forces for the professionalism shown during this operation.
The ability to do these combined operations is a huge benefit to the United States Coast Guard. Being able to operate with your highly trained professional law enforcement officers and military gives us a very distinct opportunity to hone and develop our skills for doing boardings in foreign fishing vessels and understanding foreign fisheries and just understanding just the very dynamic nature of managing fisheries around the world. So it makes us better to operate with you, and it definitely helps us build in our joint resolve with you to address global problems such as IUU and illicit maritime activities.
The Civil Aviation Authority of Seychelles, the SCAA, has added 2 new fire trucks to its fleet. One of these 2 trucks will serve Praslin Airport, and the other will be stationed at the Seychelles International Airport. The 2 modern trucks with special functions were made by the NAFCO company from Dubai and cost 21 million rupees. The signing ceremony to accept the trucks was held at the fire service base at the International Airport and coincides with the 52nd anniversary of the opening of the airport by Queen Elizabeth II. The fire service workers also received their certificates after having followed a training program with representatives of the company that made the trucks. The DNA expert from Mauritius has confirmed that the red substances thought to have been blood on the murder scene where Hans Hackl was found dead to be blood. She confirmed that most of the samples contained blood of either Hackl, his concubine, Althea Poseidaeva's blood, or that of the accused Kenneth Marigot. Marigot is accused of having killed Hackl and attempting to kill Poseidaeva. A key finding was the DNA of Hackl and Marigot found on the same bag. The prosecution is expected to wrap up its case soon. This was the news summary. Just after this, you'll be able to follow local program Dishes of Fishes. Have a very pleasant evening.